he views offensive play calling differently than his former offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. McCarthy says, quote, "I've been where Kellen's been. Kellen wants to light the scoreboard up, but I want him to run the damn ball so I can rest my defense." I think when you're a coordinator, you're in charge of the offense. Being a head coach and being a play caller, you're a little more in tune. All right, Shannon, do you like or do you have a problem with what McCarthy said?
I got a problem, and McCarthy is full of ish. Because here's the thing, Skip, in the lone Super Bowl in 2010, they were 24th in the league in rushing. They was 5th in passing. Well, so I thought you liked to run the ball. That ain't how you won your Super Bowl. You look at the Cowboys defense and look where they were ranked. In sacks, pressures, and things of that nature. Points allowed. That's not a defense that wasn't rested. At some point in time, Skip, we done everything we possibly can. We don't blame so many people. At some point in time, just look to your right. That's you. That's you. His defense, Skip, they gave up 19 points on the road. At some point in time, your quarterback missed 5 games, Mike McCarthy, and he tied for the league in interceptions with 15. Now, what do you think, Skip? What's the over and under? If he starts all 5 of those games, he leaves the NFL. He has that title all by himself. I'm going to go over. Whatever you think the touchdown interception, whatever. So he missed 5 games, so that's 12 games. So he had 15 interceptions. So he's going to be damn near close to 20 interceptions if he plays all 17 games. 3 pick sixes. And he gonna blame Skip. They blame Kellen Moore. Can you believe they did Kellen Moore like that? I would just have said, you know what, hey, Kellen, I want to thank Kellen for he did an unbelievable job. Look at where the offense ranked and Kellen Moore was calling plays. Points. Skip, the Cowboys were 6th in rushing attempts, but ranked 18th in yards per carry. That ain't Kellen Moore's fault. It's not like he's not running the ball. It's not his fault that you got a Clydesdale that you think is a thoroughbred or a quarter horse still running the football in Zeke.
Thank you.
I tried to tell you that, Skip. I said, Skip, you told me he gonna have a bounce. He gonna bounce back. I said, Skip, you've been around the game too long. You know when running backs go this way, they don't spring back up. Skip, I can't believe Mike McCarthy take a shot at this man like this here. That's a shot. He's basically saying the reason why we haven't been as successful is because Kellen Moore is throwing the ball too much. And he will not, he'll refuse to put any blame on Dak Prescott.
Well, because he's still his quarterback. Okay, I'm going to say this one more time about Mike McCarthy. Please drop the Mike McCarthy. Please quit talking Mike McCarthy.
He can't help himself, Skip.
He can't help himself because he constantly has to tell you how smart he is, or at least was in Green Bay. And I believe he's a fraudulent head coach who is nothing but a product of Brett Favre and then Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And it fell apart the last 3 years he was in Green Bay. And Jerry Jones said, yeah, but he's got a Super Bowl ring, so I need a made man. And I stood up on the top of this table and applauded. At least we got a coach who's been there and done that. Unfortunately, it was 12 years ago.
Right.
And unfortunately, it was mostly because of Aaron Rodgers, not because of Mike McCarthy. He had the audacity to go back to Green Bay this year for that regular season game and parade out onto the field 2 hours before the game wearing a Vince Lombardi coach.
You saw that too?
You know, the long coat.
The camel. Yeah. It was camel.
The camel. It's Vince Lombardi Memorial.
Yes.
As in, I'm Vince Lombardi, and I have returned to my old stomping grounds. No, you haven't. And your team, unfortunately, blew a 28-14 lead in the fourth quarter, and you lost in overtime. Okay. Why in the world would you need to take shots at Kellen Moore? Would you continue to demonize and vilify Kellen Moore after you won the power struggle with him? You won.
Yes.
You got him out of there. You got him fired.
Yes.
Basically, they fired him.
They did.
And the Chargers said, thank you, God.
Right.
We'll take him right here, right now.
Yep.
And we will change our fate. And I told you, I might just pick the Chargers to win the AFC next year because of Kellen Moore. So he just goes off yesterday. Please drop the mic, because he's trying to tell you what a genius he is, and that he bit his lip over the last 3 years and let Kellen Moore, to the detriment of the football team, throw the ball too much, which is a flat-out lie. It's just not true. He said, and then what happened in the playoffs? We got into a shootout and we got our ass kicked. A shootout?
19 points in the shootout.
19 points. What are you talking about? If it was 37-35, I would give you that, but it wasn't.
Kansas City and the Eagles got into a shootout. What you got into was not a shootout.
You held them to 19 on the road. You should be able to win that game. You scored, what was it, 12? Or no, was it 12? I can't remember.
Might have been 12.
Yeah, because it hurt, whatever it was. And Dak missed 5 throws that could have changed the fate of the game and the season. And he finishes, as Jen read, with, Kellen wants to light the scoreboard up, but I want to run the damn ball so I can rest my defense. To your point, Mr. Sharp, the Cowboys threw or attempted last year 556 passes. That ranked 19th in the league. 19th?
Yes.
They ran it 531 times, so it was pretty close to 50-50. That ranked 6th in the league. Oh, wait a second. You're just flat out wrong. Did you not watch, or do you not know your own stats? Okay. They ran the ball, but unfortunately, they gave it to the plow horse. 231 times they gave it to the plow horse. The Clydesdale, is that what you call him?
Yeah, I call him Clydesdale,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, he's a Clydesdale. Okay, he's a fullback.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not a running back, he's a fullback. They gave it to him 231 times, and he had a career low, all-time career low, 3.8 yards per carry.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's losing math, right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, I kept pounding the desk over here. Tony Pollard, you just have to give it to him more. And you say, well, he's too small to run between the tackles. I'm not sure about that.
Right.
Unfortunately, he got hurt at San Francisco, and now his career is a question mark going forward, but he's a free agent.
Right.
Okay. He only touched it or got to carry the ball 193 times. So 231 for Zeke to only 193 for Pollard. But he averaged 5.2 a carry, which was the 3rd best in the whole league.
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing? Okay, Mike, if you're the head coach, wouldn't you say, Kellen, I like that you're calling runs, but let's put Tony in the game a little more than we have Zeke in the game, because we're hurting ourselves. We're upside down in our productivity here with our running backs.
Well, no, you say, Jerry, can we put Tony Pollard in the game more? They don't, that's not a Kellen Moore call.
Okay, so Pro Football Focus, in the end, they graded Tony Pollard the 3rd best running back in pro football.
Okay.
They graded Zeke the 41st best running back, but you're giving him the bulk of your carries.
Yes.
That's the problem. Mike, you should be able to see this.
He
but
can.
no, he can't see it. And they did, what's that stat? Dak is sensational when they run it more than they pass it.
Yes.
His record is off the charts.
Right.
Well, okay, so we already knew that.
Yes.
We could see that.
Yes.
But you don't need to take shots at Kellen Moore.
Exactly, Skip. But in today's game, the rules have changed. You're not running your way to no championship. This is not 80s football. This is not 90s football. No. Oh, bring your defense and run the football. You better be able to throw it, and you better be able to throw it consistently. And that is your problem. You have Dak play great one game. We look at what he did against Tampa. And then we look at what he did the week before Tampa and the week after Tampa. And you tell me you think you can go win a championship with that kind of play? He's too inconsistent. Stop blaming it. Oh, Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, you had the 2nd best offense as far as points and yards. Oh, so when Kellen Moore is calling the plays, you tell me you had the 2nd best quarterback? Your quarterback has been inadequate. That's just it in a nutshell.
Okay.
The defense is good enough.
All right,
it's rested enough.
As a lifelong diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, my biggest takeaway is, Mike, you wanted it. Be careful what you wish for. You got it. You are on the hottest seat in the NFL next year because you, my friend, are calling the plays. So it's on you.
Jerry said he ain't on no hot seat.
Yeah, well, no, he's on my hot seat. He's on the fans' hot
okay,
seat.
Skip Jones, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I wish I was Skip Jones. I wouldn't be sitting here, would I? I probably
yeah, you
would
probably
be.
would.
I probably would be, yeah.
But yeah, Skip, I can't believe this man taking shots at Kellen Moore. Basically said, we lost because of Kellen Moore.
He did. He's trying to blame Kellen Moore. Don't look at me. I'm just the head coach.
Yeah.
I wondered what he did. He looks like a bump on the log on the sideline.
Not a very good one, taking shots at coordinator. He probably was backdoor you, Kellen Moore, tell him you're not that good. He probably was backdoor you why you ain't get no head job.
That is true.
I'm going to selfishly cut you off because we get to put on our LSU hats coming up next, and I've been waiting all morning for this. You think we'll see Pete Maravich's college scoring record still fall this year?
Maybe.
It's been there for over half a century. Let's talk about it coming up next on Undisputed.